Hi, everyone. Welcome to your very first lecture. And of course, I'm not starting on the right slide, so that's great. Doing well so far. Winning the AP Lit class game right here. Just as a warning, Coda, my puppy, is very hungry, although it's 2 hours before dinner time. And so she is whining. So she'll be in the background just fussing. Maybe she'll make an appearance at the end. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about advanced placement, AP, and as you can see over here, what is it and why should I? And that's what we're going to talk specifically about today. I know some of you guys have taken an AP test before, some of you have been in AP classes, but I want to share from my perspective why I think AP can be beneficial. If you didn't remember, for 7 years before I came to Coastal, I worked as an assistant director of admissions, and I have gotten to see the benefit of AP from both sides, both on the college side and on the class side. Additionally, I was an AP student for literature and language. So I think there's a lot of benefits. I want you to make the most informed decision for yourself, and hopefully this will illuminate information for you. If this is useless, please tell me and I won't share it with the class next year. All right, so how do I make this go? There we go. Okay, so the official tagline for the AP program off of College Board is that the AP program allows high school students to engage in a college level course and exams, and then it engages you at a higher level than a college prep course, and it allows you to have the possibility of earning college credit. I'm going to try to slow down. Woo, USA. So that's the official tagline. I want to talk about why it's so much more. And Coda wants you to know that she really wants you to take the AP test. So our AP exam for Lit is on the 5th, May 5th, and it's at 8 a.m. in the morning. Last year it was done online because of, a global pandemic. And this year is to be determined. I know that they would prefer to have it back in person, but we will see what it will be. Most colleges in the United States give students credit on the basis of their AP exam score. So you can take the AP class, but you're not necessarily going to get that college credit unless you actually take the test. And typically, a 3 out of 5 is considered passing. So that's really good to keep in mind because a 3 is kind of like a C. Like you just need to get a 3 on the AP exam. And one of the things that I was thinking about this summer as I was taking the AP prep courses for teachers, I was looking at the material and knowing you guys like I do, having had you your junior year, you're very capable of doing a 3 or much higher. I think you guys could all get 5s on this test if that's something that you really want to do. So now, when I say you have to get a 3 or higher to get college credit, that's the general rule. Most colleges are that way. Coda, you're killing me. But not every school is going to be that way. And so it's very important that you check with colleges and universities that you're interested in going to, just to make sure that they're going to accept your exam and your score. Usually universities call this their AP exam articulation. If you Google the university or college name and the phrase AP exam articulation, you'll probably find it. But you can also just call the admissions office, or I'd be more than happy to help you. There's information on the College Board website. But for example, just by Googling those words, I found Palomar's, and you can see all of the AP exams that they accept. And here we are. Literature and composition, you need to get a 3, and it can count for either of these 2 classes. So that's awesome. And you get 6 credits, and it counts towards all these different fun things, which you will become more familiar with when you become a college student, but we won't bury ourselves in that information now. So very good. All right, so the AP Lit test, it's 2 sections. The first section is 55 questions in 1 hour of multiple choice questions. This is 45% of your exam score, and it has 5 sets of questions with 8 to 13 questions per set. Now, for every set, you get a passage. So if you're used to Summit, this is kind of the same idea. You're going to get a passage, and then you're going to get a chunk of questions on that passage. It's going to be prose, fiction, drama, poetry, and some of them will be super difficult, and some of them we'll be like, we read this, I've got this. It will always include at least 2 prose fiction passages. and then at least 2 poetry passages. So you can count on, we're going to be spending some time in poetry because you can count on being exposed to poetry in the exam. The second part of the exam is your free response questions. So this takes 2 hours. This is 3 questions, and it's 55% of your exam score because this is your writing portion. And if you do it in person, it's handwritten. So you need that time. You are going to respond to 3 free response prompts in the following categories. So you're going to have a literary analysis of a given poem, and you're going in blind. You do not know which poem that they are giving you. You're going to have a literary analysis of a given passage of prose. It could be a drama, so it might be a play, or it might just be an excerpt from a piece of fiction. And then you're going to have an analysis that examines a concept or issue or element in a literary work. And then you are going to bring in texts that you have read in the past to illuminate that concept or issue. And we're going to practice all of these types of writing over the course of the year. So by the time you go into it, you should feel super confident that you at least know what to do. It might shake you a little bit when you see the passages or the concepts, but you're going to have the skills and the building blocks to know where to go from there. That's my goal, is to make sure that you can be a little nervous, but like use the nerves for good energy. So, just some FYI, you need to sign up before November 13th in order to not have to pay a late penalty. So you don't have to decide today, but you do need to be thinking about it. And our course is designed to work on these skills. So we're going to be practicing MCQs, multiple choice questions that look like exam questions. Honestly, your summit focus areas are based on making them like the multiple choice questions on the AP test. And then we are regularly going to practice timed writing. I know it makes you guys nervous, but you know what? The only way to get over the nerves is to practice it more and more. And you guys are actually really good at it. You're much better at it than you think. So we're going to be looking at examples of student writing and rubrics, and you guys are going to see how capable you actually are when you see some of these examples of what has passed and what gets turned in. It's crazy. Okay, so why AP? And specifically, I'm talking about taking the test, but also taking the class. So when you take an AP class, the workload is a little bit harder. And one of the benefits to this is it's going to help you learn some essential time management and study skills that you need in college. A lot of my smart students end up going to college and realize that they never actually had to study for anything because they didn't take more challenging classes. And when they get to college, they actually have to study for the first time ever or manage their time better. And that's hard. It's hard to learn when you're also moving out of the house and in a brand new situation, and it's just different. So we're going to practice those skills here. I'm hoping that you're taking this class because English at least interests you on some level, and AP allows us to dig a little bit deeper into the things that we're passionate about, which is one of the reasons why I love teaching it. One thing I do want to point out is that college admissions professionals take notice and they care that you take an AP class. So if you're looking to go to a 4-year or a school that might have some sort of admissions process, they don't always see your exam score, but they do see that you're in an AP class. And what that shows is that you're willing to work a little bit harder and do a little bit more. So it looks very good on your transcript. And it also weights more in your GPA, which is another benefit as well. This will allow you to save money because you will not have to, if you pass that AP exam, you will not have to take your intro level English course in the school that you're going to, as long as they accept it, which most schools do. Those are all my asterisks. And so this will be one less class that you have to pay for over time. Now, what if you say, well, Miss E, I'm not going to have to pay for college, so it really doesn't save me money, so it doesn't matter. I just won't take the AP exam. You're right. You have one less incentive if you're not paying for college, which if you're not paying for college, kudos to you. But this will also give you more freedom in your first year of college. So if you have this class out of your way, if you're already done with English, you've now just opened up a slot in your schedule to take a passion class, to take a class of maybe something related to a major that you're interested in, or to take a class of something you just always wanted to learn more about. And it's not going to stop your timeline from finishing in 4 years. Or it can allow you to get a class ahead so that you can potentially graduate earlier. So you're giving yourself more flexibility by taking the class now, because the reality is you are doing the work of that class right now in my class. And if you don't take it, then you're going to have to go take an intro to English course and you're going to have to do this work all over again. And I guarantee you it will be so easy that you won't be as engaged unless you get a really awesome professor, which is probable. And I don't want to throw them under the bus. I'm just saying that you're doing the work now. So consider taking the AP exam now. I want to go back a little bit to saving money, and I want to show you an example of this. Oh, no, never mind. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. If you're interested in this PowerPoint, it's available to you. You can look at the difference between an AP class and a college prep class, what to expect. But I think a lot of this you guys will know. And so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. You can look at AP versus concurrent enrollment. That's when you take a class at the campus rather than taking a class with us here at Coastal. But I want to talk about costs. So here's an example of Palomar. I'm just using Palomar as an example since we're all pretty familiar with it. If you go and take Psych 100 as an example course at Palomar, you're going to be paying $138 in tuition because you're going to be taking a class for 3 units at $46. You're going to have to pay a health fee. Everybody who takes a course there has to pay a health fee. If you go to the class in person, you're going to need to pay for parking, and you're going to need to purchase your own textbook. So overall, you're looking at $309.25 for taking this class at Palomar. And this is either as a freshman in college or this is as a concurrent enrollment student. So if you went and took a course right now at Palomar, if you take this class, it's free. I give you a textbook to borrow over the year, and you only have to pay for the exam. So if you pay for the exam on time, you're only looking at $94. So that's an example of how you can save some money. You're already doing the work of an AP class. I think that's most of the biggest questions that I get about AP. But in your reflection, if you have more questions or if there's things you don't fully understand, let me know. We're going to be practicing all these things throughout the year. I want you guys to feel really prepped and ready, and I'm super excited to make it happen. So enjoy your first screencast, and I will look forward to seeing your responses and talking with you soon.